I'm going to be looking at my latest figure that I've purchased. This is another Gundam figure. This is not a metal build. This is a Chogokin figure, but not Soul of Chogokin, just Chogokin. The RX-93ff V Gundam from Char's Counter-Strike. And so this is a figure I've noticed for quite a while and didn't pick it up, and the main reason was because of the very high price. Right now on Big Bad Toy Story, it's $480, and do I think it's worth $480? Absolutely not. I managed to get this from Kappa Hobby for their Black Friday sale for $288. Now, according to Bandai's site, in yen, if it was converted to English, to USD, this would be about $176. Do I think it's worth more than 176? Yes, I do. I don't really understand those prices because that's actually kind of shocking, almost as shocking as $480 for this, because of what you get. And I'm not going to go through all of the different gimmicks, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh it, and it's not being caught on camera, but and let me try that again. So this weighs in at 482 grams, or about one pound and 1 ounce. So over a pound with some accoutrements on here. The shield is attached. I put kind of a backpack on here. Okay, I'm gonna remove the scale. I would say that looking at the pictures online, I was a little disappointed. I don't think it looks as nice. It's more of a grayish online, and it's not a bad figure at all. But it wasn't quite as nice, and particularly when you see it listed for $480, you think, man, there must be something special about this figure. But I would say it's pretty much in line with the metal build figures. So this shield here gets attached, and it is actually a little bit annoying to get off. It takes some work, so I'm not even going to bother trying. He's got a couple guns attached on the back here, so this goes in and it extends out, so he could be using that. He could be holding it. Another gun attached on here. So I would probably display him without his guns, and they did add a little bit of weight. And then he's got kind of this backpack, and this thing here. I have Char's Counter-Strike. I have the two of the 3 manga, but I don't have the anime, so I don't really recall this figure even being in the manga, but it probably, I would assume it is, but I don't have the 3rd one. So this kind of pulls out. I'm not sure what this device is supposed to be, but it will attach onto his back here, but it throws off the weight, so I'm not going to use it. It can be attached kind of like this and then pegged into his stand, but I'm not going to bother. But you know, everything on here feels nice. Nice quality plastic. Bandai always uses very nice plastic. A lot of metal in here in the interior. It's got some butterfly joints, some hinge joints on the shoulders, and a lot of different movement. This will swing up, and so you can look inside this shoulder joint. So this pack will come off, and then this one actually has some light up features. If I can demonstrate that. This comes off fairly easily. And then we have a switch in the back here. If I can turn it on. Let's see. This is not the greatest switch. So we got some light up features here and here, which I don't remember any of the metal build figures having light up features. So I will likely go in. I wish the switch were more accessible. I wish it didn't require me to use, you know, some makeshift something to switch it. I wish it didn't require a panel to be opened. But the screws here on the back, and then it's got 3 batteries in there. The batteries came with it, and then there was a pull tab to activate them. So if you like light up features, this comes off, which I discovered accidentally. It is a very Gundam looking figure. Some of the Gundam figures don't look quite as iconic. And of course, like just about all these figures, the skirt will come up and you can look inside and see the joints. It's got some ratchet joints here on the shoulders. And you can again look in, and that's all metal in there. The joints are rather stiff, which is common with metal joints. Okay, I'm not gonna manipulate it too much. These open up for the jets. They're a little bit loose. You know, you expect very high quality with a figure like this, but I mean, they stay, so that's really all that matters, but they do feel a little bit loose. But everything on here feels like high quality, as you would expect. You know, they have different levels of figures for Gundam from Bandai, and the metal build and the Chogokin, these are the highest quality. So I certainly expect a lot. And yeah, quite a bit of stiffness in here. But I think it's a nice figure. I don't regret getting it, particularly for $288. I would have definitely regretted if I'd have bought it for $480. That's for sure. $480 would have been way too much, because I could certainly get a much nicer figure for that amount of money. So he can hold his guns if you swap out the hands. I'm not going to show all of his different features, but comes with a manual, as always, and goes through, shows all of the different manipulations you can do. Some of the stuff I couldn't really get to work quite properly. Getting this, so here's his backpack. Getting this on, I felt like it should snap in and then slide up, but I could not get that to work. So it didn't quite go on the way the picture showed. And then we have a separate page here, which looks like some warnings, but I can't read Japanese. So I'm not sure what it's telling me there, other than maybe it's saying to, so it's got green there and red there. I'm assuming it's telling me do this, not that, or be careful or something. I'm not sure what, but given that the whole thing, that it's a separate piece, as if it was manufactured separately, and it seems to be all concerned with the shoulder joints, I'm assuming maybe there's something in the shoulder joint design that maybe is problematic. But overall, I think it's a nice figure. $288. I think that's a decent price, but that was the Black Friday sale. I don't know that you'll ever see it again. And I would suggest that if you do start collecting these Gundam figures, the metal build and the Chogokin, try and get them on a discount, because they generally will eventually go on discount on different sites. So you may miss out, but not the end of the world. So that is the RX-93ff V Gundam from Char's Counter-Strike.